Hey guys. Okay, so with couponing, you win some and you lose some, and I think I did a combination of both today. So I don't shop at Walgreens that often. Normally my main places to coupon is ShopRite and CVS. Those are the places that I love. But there was this glitch going on where if you spent the deal was supposed to be buy 3 Gillette or 3 Venus, I believe, and get $10, 10,000 points, which kind of uh, comes out to about $10. So the glitch was happening where instead of buying three, if you every one you bought, you got 10,000 points back. So I saw everyone online taking advantage of this deal yesterday, and I couldn't get it to the store. So this morning when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I hope it's still going. So I went to my local Walgreens, and they're not really coupon friendly, but I tried it anyway because it was the closest thing to me. So my first transaction, I walked in. I just wanted to buy the 3 Gillettes to see if it worked. Now, I had started out with, I had $70 in points on my app when I walked in there. So the first Walgreens, I went ahead and bought these 3 Venus razors. Just wanted to see what would happen. I had 1 coupon per item. I used three off 1 IPs from coupons.com. My total came to $19.41. Now, I thought that I could just redeem my points. I had $70 in points. I thought my total would be free, and then I would get, at the very minimum, 10,000 back in points. What I hoped for was the glitch where I would get $30 back in points. But instead, they told me that I could only redeem $10. Now, I didn't realize that, so I ended up spending $9.41 out of pocket for those 3 razors, and I did get back the 10 points. It actually, let me see. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, if it'll focus right. No, it's not going to focus on it. Okay, well, I did get the bonus points because I did have them scan. They were doing 5 times everyday points. So I did have them scan that from the front of the ad. So I did get a little bit extra. So it looks like it says redeem this visit 10,000. Everyday points I got 160. Bonus points I got 11,280. So I'm assuming that extra is from the 5 times everyday points off of if you spend 10 off the coupon in the app. Well, anyway, so that was my first transaction. And then I turned around and realized, oh my God, the axe. So I got 3 of these. So these axe gift sets were normally about $10, but they were $5 on clearance. Now, I had 3 off 1 IPs from coupons.com that are NLA now. But if you have them, definitely get to your local Walgreens. Now, they also had a 2 off 1 ad in the Walgreens booklet, which should have made them free. But the cashier said to me, looked at me and said that she had to mark them down manually, and said she would not allow me to use the $2 off in the booklet as well. So, but I did have $5 in register rewards, and I wanted them because I didn't know if the next Walgreens I went to was going to have them, and so I just went ahead and did it. Now, all of a sudden, she did say that I needed a filler, that I couldn't use 1 coupon per transaction or per item, even though I had just done that about 30 seconds prior with the Venus razors, but I said, okay, whatever, and I picked up a taffy for one of my kids. So my total for this purchase was, I didn't use any of my points, I just left them alone. I ended up getting, I paid $1.65, and it looks like my opening balance was 63,320. My everyday points that I gained was 150. My bonus points was 8,600, and my closing balance was 72,070. Okay, so I'm assuming those everyday points. Oh yeah, the points that I earned from this was also from that 5 times. If you spent 10 on everyday points. So I'm assuming that that's why I got a little bit extra for that transaction. Okay, and just to remind you, you don't have to rip like if you're going to use that coupon for more than one transaction, you don't have to keep ripping them out of the ad. They can just hold on to it and keep scanning it per transaction so that you're not ripping the coupon out for somebody else that could happen. So anyway, so I was kind of deflated. After those 2 transactions, I was like, I spent $10. I didn't want to spend $10, and I was a little butthurt about it. Which I know sounds crazy because for 3 things of Axe, a taffy, and 3 razors, it's a really good deal. But in my head, I had all these points that I wanted to use. So it was going to be free for me. So anyway, I thought, you know what, I must have done the razor deal. So when I went online, certain people were saying like, those razors worked for me. I got, 10 points back or 10,000 points back for each one. And other people were saying, no, certain swirl Venus razors weren't included in the deal. So I thought, you know what, maybe that's what happened. Maybe I bought the wrong one. Totally possible, right? So I thought, okay, fine. So I'm going to go to another Walgreens because, I really wanted them. Also, I didn't even have any more Venus coupons, but I did have a bunch of Gillette. So I thought, all right, I'm going to go to the next one. And also my husband was a little butthurt that I got myself razors and not him razors. So I was like, okay. So I went to one, it wasn't too far, like maybe 10-minute drive. And I walk in and I figure it all out. So I realized, okay, so I have so many Gillette coupons. And then when I walked in, there was a lady already screaming and I'm fighting with the cashier. So I was like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. So I walk back and the razors are locked up. So I felt really guilty, like asking for the key because they were just in chaos mode. But I waited. I walked around the store. I looked to see if I could find any other deals. So I hung out for a while until things calmed down. And then I was like, can I have the key to the razors? So they gave me the key. I opened it. Not only did I find the Gillettes that I was looking for, but I also found ones with peelies on them, which made me really happy because I knew that I had enough coupons for 6, but now that I found a couple with peelies, I was able to get 9. So I was pretty pumped about that. So I got 9 Gillette razors, and I'll show you the stuff in a minute, but I got a bunch of Crest, and I got all excited, and then I skipped up to the register. Come to find out, you cannot redeem all of your points at one time. You can only redeem up to $50. So this was a total learning curve for me. So I had to split up the transactions. So as I went to split up the transactions, the cashier told me that we don't accept printed coupons. So all my 3-off-1 IPs from coupons.com, they said they were refusing to let me use. So that was kind of deflating because I had already been in the store for another 2 hours. I was ready. I had everything going for me. And when I asked why, just out of curiosity, she just said that they had a lot of fraud. And so it was corporate policy. Now, we all know that it's not corporate policy, but obviously they had some fraud in their store. So maybe the store manager just decided, you know what, no more printed coupons since we don't know the difference between a fraudulent one and a non-fraudulent one. And so I said, okay, fine. So I was able to use, I had one 3-off-1 MQ from the paper, and I used my peelies, but I couldn't use any of my IPs. I went ahead and just said, you know what, I really want this deal. I really want to see if the Gillette works, so I was rolling with it. So the first transaction I did, I got, let me see, 6 of these. So I got this one. Oh, I'm sorry, lies. Sorry. The first transaction I did, I got that Gillette, that Gillette, that Gillette, this Crest, this toothbrush, this toothbrush. So the reason that I got those 4 things was because one of my couponing friends actually let me know that if you bought these 4, they were on sale for $2.99 each, like each one. The Glide, or yeah, the floss, the toothbrush, the toothpaste, and the mouthwash were on sale for $2.99 each. And on the app, you had $2 off of each one. When you bought 4, you got $6 back in registered rewards. So the oral care deal alone, you made $2 off of when you got back the RR. So that was a good deal. And I also got these for my kids. No coupon, no deal. I just really needed them. My kids needed toothbrushes badly. And I wasn't making a separate stop just for toothbrushes. Anyway, okay, so I was able to use, let me see how many did I use in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, it looks like only 2 of the digitals came off for the crest, for 2 off 1. For some reason, only 2 came off. I did use 2 Gillette coupons in this, I'm sorry, 3 Peelies for this transaction for the Gillette. So I ended up spending a total of, let's see, came to $35. I redeemed $35, and I got back $30 in points. So this transaction did work. Actually, I got 30,880 because I did scan again that 5 times off 10 register rewards, the coupon in the ad. I will tell you, I also did get in this transaction, I did get this. So when my total came to like 34 something, I needed to spend another $1 to get it to 35 so that I could redeem my 35 points. So when you redeem points, they do it in increments. I think it's 10, 20, 35, and 50. So make sure that you kind of do the math before you get up to the register, because I definitely had a hard time trying to do that. But this transaction did work out. I ended up only spending 53 cents, and I was able to roll my points. So my final transaction, I got just all Gillettes. Gillette, 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 and I can't hold it. And Gillette. So, whoop. Okay. So my final transaction with all the Gillettes, I used, what are the coupons? I had 2 3 off 1 MQs. I'm sorry, they weren't MQs, they were Peelies. And I also, let's see, it came to $60.44. I was able to redeem 50 of those dollars. And it looks like I got back, and it says everyday points, I got 160. Bonus points, I got 31,280. But I redeemed for $40 or 40,000 points this time around. So anyway, I'm left after all transactions with that. Can you see that? $105. So anyway, I ended up putting out of pocket, was at 14, another 50 cents. So let's just say 15. Another 10, so 25. Yeah, so about $25.50 for everything. So I was a little bit bummed. I really thought, excuse me, I really thought that I was going to walk in, pay nothing, and get a lot back. Now, I did start off with 70 points, so, and I'm leaving with 102, so I guess technically, I got more money back than I spent. But this time around, I was like, oh, I had so many points. I wanted to come out with like a 0 balance, even if I had left less bonus points for next time. But I also did get the $6 in register rewards from the Crest deal, so it was still a money maker. Just wasn't anticipating putting that much money out to begin with, but I was still pretty excited about my deal. I mean, so if you think about it, I spent 25 bucks. I left with 30 more points than I had when I came in, so I'm up to 100. I got $6 in register rewards, and I got 9, 10, 11, 12 razors, a toothbrush, some floss, some mouthwash, some toothpaste, 3 kids' toothbrushes, iced tea, and a taffy. So you win some, you lose some. For me, this was kind of, it was a little bit of both, but I really do enjoy couponing at Walgreens. There's definitely a lot of rules that you have to remember only for like coupons. You can only redeem a certain amount of points. There are certain scenarios where you can use points to get points. And what I mean by that is certain scenarios where you can roll them. Excuse me. So if you are, this is what they kind of people have kind of explained to me. So if you are using, let's say the deal is buy 2 Crest mouthwashes and get $6 in register rewards. You couldn't turn around and use that register reward and buy 2 more mouthwashes and get the same amount of register rewards. However, if I bought 2 mouthwashes and got $6 in register rewards, and there was another deal like buy 2 of these and get $1 in register rewards, and say I used it for whatever reason, I would still get more rewards. For points, it's kind of the same way. Like if it's spend 30, get 10,000 points, you can't keep using the same points to get more points on the same deal. But if I already have points in my account and there's a deal that's like buy 2 crests and get 5,000 points, you can roll those because it's a buy a certain amount deal, not a price issue. Does that make sense? Like if I spent, I don't know, if it was spend 30, get 10,000 points, so $10, 10,000 points, and then I turned around and I did that deal, and then I did the deal again, I couldn't then use the points that I earned to pay and then still earn them. Now, if I spent 30 and got 10,000 points, and then I did another deal in another transaction where it was buy, 4 Crest mouthwashes and get 10,000 points, I could use them because they're different deals. That's the way that I've been understanding it. Definitely, please leave in comments if I'm misunderstanding. But I'm pretty sure that that's the way that it works. I would love any feedback. Definitely, Walgreens isn't somewhere that I coupon at that often. But I wanted to kind of tell you guys about my experience today and see if you had any questions. All right, guys, don't hesitate to leave comments below, and please subscribe. Thanks.